We can thank Hurricane Imelda for our cloudy skies today. We are seeing some widely scattered raindrops. It will generally stay dry this afternoon. I think you didn't see them, Rochelle, but I think those are insects on our screen, not raindrops. Rochelle J. in the WJZ Outback with the beginning of what could be some cooler fall temps. Rochelle.
It's already starting to feel a little bit more refreshing out here this afternoon. I did see the insects on the camera, and I am dealing with them out here on the Outback as well. So we still have some of those insects that haven't quite gotten the message that, yes, we are into fall. But cooler temperatures might send that message in a day or so. Let's take a look at the graphics right now. Overall, pretty quiet out there. More insects crawling across our cameras. We take a look over the Inner Harbor. So stray sprinkles are possible for today. Most of us will stay dry. However, mild temperatures, clouds sticking around for today, but we do have some changes in the humidity as we're going into the middle part of the week. First alert radar looks pretty busy. However, a lot of that rain not quite reaching the ground. We'll talk more about what is happening in the tropics. We've got two hurricanes pretty close together. We'll take a look at that forecast coming up in just a few minutes, Denise.
Thank you, Rochelle. All right, welcome back. Let's take a live look at the WJZ Outback. Gray, damp day out there. No rain, but it's just sort of heavy air, 75 degrees. But fall weather is coming, right, Rochelle? It's my fave.
It's on the way. And when we're talking about that, we're looking at the lower humidity. So you might be like, okay, it's not too hot. We've got the gray skies. Not quite soup weather. For some people, might still be a little bit too warm out there. Now, satellite and radar got some decent rain that's being picked up by the radar. However, that rain's not reaching the ground in many locations. We could see an isolated shower or two coming down for today somewhere in the state. However, many of us will get through today on a dry no. Now, I do want to talk about the tropics very quickly, so let's zoom out and switch it over to just the satellite image. These two areas that you're seeing swirling, these are two hurricanes in the Atlantic basin. Of course, we have one closer to the coastline. That is Imelda. And then farther off to the east, we have Umberto, which is also affecting some areas around Bermuda as well. So neither of these systems are anticipated to impact the East Coast directly. However, we're already seeing those rip currents high for the Maryland and Delaware beaches. So we are going to be dealing with multiple days of surf issues at the coastline as we're watching these couple of storms. Temperatures right now are in the low to mid 70s, 72 in Sykesville, as well as for our friends in Centerville, 73 in Bel Air. Right now it's 71 in Davidsonville and 74 currently in Denton. Let's get into your neighborhood and on your corner for our friends right along the Pennsylvania state line in those counties. Myersville, 79 degrees for today. Same for our neighbors in Westminster. Close to 80 degrees as well in Pikesville and in Dundalk, 77 today in Newmarket as well as Mount Airy. Tonight we're down into the 50s. Partly cloudy conditions, so we'll start to see some of those clouds breaking up. It's breezy for tomorrow. We could have those wind gusts up to about 20 miles an hour. It will also be cooler. A cold front is moving through. It's going to take the humidity, the clouds, and some of that warmth away with it. We're 31 days now away from Halloween, 33 days from setting those clocks back, and in 58 days, we'll be gathering around the table for Thanksgiving. Now let's talk about that muggy meter, something to be thankful for as we go through this week, heading down into that refreshing level. So increasing comfort as we head through the day today. We'll take a look at just how low those temperatures will get. We could have a few mornings in the 40s. We'll talk more about that with the 7-day forecast. Denise, that's coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Rochelle. All right, here we go. My favorite season.
It's coming. We are already feeling lower humidity today. That'll continue as a cold front passes by. Once we get that out of here, we're looking at upper 60s to low 70s for the next couple of days. Sunshine and clouds, a little breezy on Wednesday.
And I love those cool nights.